You did?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So if anybody watching this is bothered by like dogs barking and dog chaos and dog stuff happening, this is the wrong live stream for you because she's been quiet for at least 20 minutes now.
Ten.
Maggie. So we got the new puppy, and ever since we got the new puppy, it's kind of like disrupted the flow of things. Not that there was ever any order. Not that there was any ever order to this to begin with, but it's like it's disrupted the flow of stuff, and now there's just constant doggy chaos. Good girl, Lily. Lily made good girl.
Hey, everybody.
Maggie, Maggie, come over here. Like she's gonna listen to me because she's not gonna. Maggie.
Hi, dripping glass. Hey, Mexican Spock. Hi, Bill McKiska, Franco, Tavo.
What's happening, guys?
John M. I'm missing people. Chris Fremessa.
What do you want me to do? You're pointing at me. Like, what am I supposed to
I'm
do?
not pointing at you. I'm pointing in that direction. Okay. We have to do something. This is not professional.
Since when did we become professional?
Unity Motorsports Garage is here. Howdy, Tony.
Andy, what's happening, man?
I love the new member of the family.
Isn't she beautiful?
Thank you. So do we.
I'm going to go get her in a minute. Maggie!
There's a hole in the fence that she can see through, and that's why she's barking like that. We need to fix that.
All right. I'll get right on it.
What's up, Curmudgeon? Rusty Doris? Stevie B says the puppy is cool. Cement Surfer says, what's up? What's up, Richard Gravine? Or Gravine? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. EFOG 0. Paul Capizzola, Crazy 77.
So the thing about Winnie is that we've had many dogs. We've had a lot of dogs. And they've all been shelter dogs because we do everything we can.
Doritos is not a sponsor.
No, here, I'll turn that, right?
You can still read it.
We do anything we can to help get dogs out of the shelter. So we've adopted some of them. And one of the things about shelter dogs is that generally they find their way to a shelter because they're damaged in some way.
Or they got damaged because of the people that would.
Or they got damaged because of the people, right? But either way, no matter how you look at it, right? They're usually damaged in some way. Like Maggie!
The dog, do something about it, please.
As I said at the beginning of this, if barking dogs bother you, this is not the live stream that you want to be on tonight. So, Winnie is the first non-damaged puppy we've ever had. And she's a border collie on top of that. And border collies are known to be the smartest dogs in the world. So the contrast between Winnie and these other guys is just off the chain. I can't even say your name again. Maggie! Get over here. Oh, she almost listened.
She's walking away. Circling back. She's circling back.
She's so good. You guys don't know. She's an angel. She really is. She's very reactive. Anything. She just barks anything.
Like angels do.
A gum wrapper in the street. She goes berserk. She can't help it. It's just her nature. But she's so good. And she's being so good with the puppy.
She's being good with the puppy.
She wants to play with the puppy, but the puppy's too small. She's only 6 weeks old. So Maggie's never been around a puppy before, so we're afraid she might be a little bit too rough. So we're going to wait a few weeks before we introduce her like that. But, oh, jeez. Lily,
guys.
yeah, you can't stop. You can start now, too.
Crazy 77 says, I like the Scrambler video.
Thank you. I wanted to do a better Scrambler video. It's been a little crazy around here, It's been a little crazy.
Lily, come. Okay, so Dr. Art is complaining that we're making it rain on Saturdays.
Dr. Art, this is killing me, man. This is killing me. This is it's 6 weeks.
I know.
It's 6 weeks.
I feel bad for the track.
I feel bad for us.
So are a bit wild tonight. Just a little bit.
The one night we were able to, I was able to go because she couldn't go. We couldn't get a dog sitter. But the one night I was able to get away, and it wasn't raining. I didn't have anybody to shoot video, so I was like, I'm gonna go next week. And it's been raining for the last 2 weeks.
Get her.
I'm gonna go get her, Maggie. Oh, geez, I'm gonna hit her with this.
No. Do your neighbors like you? And if not, have you figured out why not? Okay, so usually if I let them out and like she sees like rabbits or something like that, or if the neighbors are out and she can see through the fence their dog, she goes nuts. So I'll bring her in right away. So the neighbors really don't hear her often. So this is unusual that she's barking for this long.
Yeah, like I said, it's usually barky back here. You know, if we have a loud. I feel bad for our neighbors. I really do.
Well, that's what they were just asking about our neighbors.
And I'm
We get
waiting
them-
for
when
somebody-
they start barking, we get them in right away. At
I'm
least
waiting
I-
for somebody to call the ASPCA on us. I don't know how it hasn't happened yet. So Darla, that's the big black and white beagle. This one right here. Come on. Well,
She has back problems.
she also has like crazy separation anxiety.
Yeah.
Crazy separation anxiety. So anytime that we leave the house, she screams and howls, and you would think this dog was getting beaten with a pipe. And the thing is, you could hear it from blocks away. You know, it's not like it's just, you know, you can literally hear her for blocks. How the PETA or the ASPCA hasn't been here yet, I don't freaking know.
Maggie. Okay. Let's see. In the arms of an angel, right? Mike N. Sunday greetings from God's country, Torrance, California. Veracruz 60 says.
What's happening here?
Let's see.
Should I get the puppy?
You can, yeah.
I'm gonna
You
get
can
the
her.
puppy.
She
She's
picked you
alone
up
in the
day
house
before
now.
yesterday. And she's got me running. We're up at 5:30 a.m. every morning. Playing. Uncle Puppy, yeah. Yeah, we run for about an hour in the morning. Is the puppy? No, the puppy. She has a big playpen. What do you mean? Is the puppy alone in the house? Crazy people. What? I'm getting kind of tired of that. She has a big playpen.
Yes.
And a crate with a cover and a mattress inside of it.
Oh, she has
And she's got toys.
a little paradise set up in there.
I'm really starting to get annoyed. She's really taken care of well.
They don't know. They
I don't
don't.
like the insinuation.
That's okay. They don't know. They
Puppy
don't
in the
know.
house makes for a very dirty house. Right. Yeah. You know what? As I can expect, my house is freaking filthy. There's piss and shit everywhere you look.
Calm down.
I never clean it.
Cat. Calm down.
What?
Oh.
Let's see.
So this is Winnie. We named her Winnie in advance because the goal with her is to do agility competitions. Kathy wants to do agility competitions. So.
Because I'm so bad with animals.
What's that?
Because I'm so bad with animals.
Yes, you are. You're terrible.
Right.
So that's the whole goal with her is, well, not beyond the fact that she's just a great member of the family, but yeah, she's gonna be, yes, I know, she's gonna be an agility world champion. She's
Well,
gonna be
I
a
don't know about
blur.
We'll see.
Oh, Maggie. Maggie wants to play with her so bad it's not funny, and I feel bad.
Her
It's
name
like
is
we're
Winnie.
torturing Maggie.
They are cute until they start to bark.
Oh, it's cute when she barks. It's adorable.
Like Winnie Cooper, yeah. I hope you don't ignore that poor puppy the way you ignore me. That's your brother.
Oh,
Swamp rat. We're not ignoring you, James.
you don't look like that, James.
And the puppy does not get ignored. Let's see. Best of show, yeah. What's Minnie's 8th mile time? Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Have you seen, if you guys aren't familiar, I know a lot of you people are, but if you're not familiar, right, Google Border Collie Agility Competition. And these dogs will absolutely blow your mind. They're a blur. The focus, like you watch them, they show them in slow motion going through these obstacles and stuff, and the focus on, like, you could just see it. It's like they're riveted on. Amazing. It's just the most amazing animals. So,
You do, Winnie?
what?
I'm talking to the puppy. She can't see me back here.
And well, she wants to get down now. You can't get down.
Yeah, she can't get down.
Don't yawn at me. You can't.
You bore her.
You can't get. Yes, I know.
How big will it get? Pounds? She's
She's
about a medium size, I think, border collie. I
yeah.
think her father was a large, and her mother was medium. So somewhere
She's
in between those.
She should be like around 18 inches or so.
No, more than that. I know you want her to be small. She's going to be bigger than
I don't
that.
think she can be that big. Her paws aren't big. She has pretty feet.
Does she sleep in the bed? No, she has her
She
own
has,
crate
yeah, she has her own area.
with a cover and a mattress.
And yes, she looks like a skunk. Lily, that's the one that isn't a beagle, is terrified of her. Because about 3 weeks ago, she was going under the shed and she got sprayed by a skunk.
Yeah.
And like, it was like a direct shot. It was like,
We
she
had it
stuck
all
her
over
nose under the shed. There was a skunk right there, like nose to nose. The skunk turned around and just
Sprayed her in the face.
point blank. So
And she ran in the house.
she's scared. She's terrified of the dog because black and white, that's what it means to her.
Pretty funny. Oh yeah, that's mosquito repellent. What's smoking in there? Mosquito repellent.
Yeah, it's mosquito.
Make
One
sure
of
the
them
dog's
coils.
not breathing that in. Push it back a little bit.
She's nice. She's fine.
BBC TV show One Man and His Dog. That was an amazing series.
What was that?
One Man and His Dog.
That was what?
Is she crate trained? Yeah, she hasn't gone in the house. I walk her outside, and as soon as she hits the grass, she goes.
She's 6 weeks and 3 days old now. Okay, and the first day we had her here.
Watch. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Hey.
Maggie, stop. Maggie, she's just frustrated. You're just frustrated. She's like, why can't I play with her? I know. So yeah, first day she's here. She's already potty trained. She goes right out, poof, she pees, she poops, and then goes right back inside.
Somebody's jealous. A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. But she's doing really well.
She's not so much jealous, she's frustrated
wants
because
to
she
play.
wants to play with her. In the worst way, she wants to play with her. But she can't yet because we're afraid she's going to be a little too rough.
It was about border collies working sheep. Yeah. I
What was
want
that?
sheep. The show was about border collies working sheep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
there's
gonna move out and go get sheep, okay? You don't mind, do you?
I'm thinking about buying a farm.
Oh yeah.
I'm seriously
You're
just
so
to
into
watch, just to
farms.
put her to work herding sheep.
Yeah, right. Are you gonna train her?
Look at this face. Oh my God. So beautiful.
She's very good. She's really good. She's really good.
She is.
puppy.
She's very good natured.
Maggie is a full-blood beagle.
Yes.
Well, there's two different types. There's field beagles and there's
Yeah, there's
Show
the
beagles?
show beagles that have a square face, which is really weird. Maggie is a traditional beagle. Wow.
Maggie. Take it easy. Hey, Maggie.
I got her.
She shouldn't be doing that. Maggie. She's lost her mind.
I'm gonna put the puppy
Yeah,
back in
good
her
idea.
cage.
Good idea.
Her
Maggie.
area. It's not even a cage. It's an area.
She has a
You
nice
gotta go
area.
inside. Okay. Yep. Say goodbye.
Maggie, hey. Oh my goodness. You keep Maggie out here.
Yeah.
Watching Maggie jump, someone's a bit jealous. A little bit. A little jealous. Oh, goodness. That's the first time she's done that.
Done what?
Jumped like that and tried to...
Maggie? No. Watch out.
Did your other dog pass away? Yeah, one of our dogs passed away in June. They say Maggie's trying to bite the puppy because she's jealous.
She's not. Well, maybe she's a little jealous, but she's really more curious than anything else. I've had them like together, like we were sitting on the couch. So I'd hold the puppy, and Maggie would come around and smell her and stuff like that, and she'd like start to bark. But it's not the angry bark. It's the like play with me bark.
And that's the first time I've seen her do
The
that.
growl too. It's like there's like a play with me growl that they do. So it's new to her.
Maggie wants to be a puppy again and play with the other puppy.
Maggie is a puppy. She's 5 years old, almost 6 years old. But yeah, she's very very puppy like.
Happy engine. What? Hey, puppy day. What's up, Olive? My dad say when you have your first stroke, you know you're overdoing it.
When you have your first what?
I don't know. Stroke? Maybe it must
Stroke.
be a stroke.
Stroke.
Oh, stroke.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my first. Although I may have had one or two. I may have had one or two.
You think you've had a stroke, Tony?
I believe at times, yes, I might have
I
had.
think I had a stroke before the beginning of this live.
Yeah, you were.
I think I may have stroked out for a second.
She was up at like 5:30 in the morning with the dogs, so both of us are a little like without sleep and whatnot. So if we're off, you know why?
Where is Winnie the Pooh track dog? Oh, Tony just put her back in the house.
Yeah.
Because Maggie is jealous.
And I've trained her to do the dishes, so she's doing the dishes now. She's working on the silverware.
Can we hear more of this story about Grandma throwing holy water on the black Charger with open headers?
What's to tell? My grandmother used to call me the Antichrist on a regular basis, and I drove that car out to. She lived in Brooklyn. We were on Staten Island. I drove that car out to our house one day, and she went inside and she grabbed a bottle of holy water and she just started blessing it and praying and all stuff like that.
I think one day we pulled up and she was just walking in the house or getting out of the car like your parents had gotten her, and she pulled it out of her purse and just threw it on the car.
No, this was in Brooklyn. It was in. I can
there's
picture
one
it.
in front of your parents' house too, when we just pulled up. And
She might have done it a bunch of
yeah,
times.
she did it a bunch of times. It was a normal, regular thing. Because she wanted us to be safe, right? Yeah. Salt and garlic.
What's that?
Salt and garlic. What's up, Barry?
Ari, what's happening, brother?
Another YouTuber working on a 383 stroker. He says to increase compression. I thought that engine was maxed out already.
Not sure what you're talking about.
I don't know either. It's really warm out here.
It got really muggy.
Yep, it's hot. And there's no birds.
There's no birds. It's like an oddly quiet night out here. And even Maggie stopped. This might be the apocalypse. This could be it.
You think this is it?
This could be it.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
I'm good with it.
Whatever. Yeah. Nailing the block. Let's see. Does nothing special. Tornado warning. Is there a tornado? No, we have a thunderstorm coming in, but not enough to really make the birds all shut up. It's kind of weird.
Where's the tornado warning?
I didn't see a tornado warning. Somebody just said tornado warning.
Well, where are they that they
I
said
don't
tornado
know.
warning?
I don't know. I'm a little cranky. I've been up since super early.
I know.
Sorry, guys. I get like a 2-year-old when I'm tired. All right, I'm looking at the weather. Hang on.
All right, she's going to check the weather and see if we have tornadoes coming.
No. It's just showing thunderstorms.
What time?
Doesn't say. Yeah, I clicked on it. Hang on.
Okay.
Hey, Uncle, do you have a favorite car? What is it and why? Fruited orange stones.
People ask me that question every week. It changes, like literally it changes by day to hour to hour. I see a car, it's my favorite car. I see another car, it's my favorite car. Yeah, it's an impossible question to answer.
Okay, severe storms could bring hail, high winds, and flash flooding.
Okay.
It doesn't say what time
Doesn't say
though.
what time. All right, doesn't matter. We'll go
You have
into
to
it.
watch Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yeah, we gotta watch Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yeah, that's what we do when there's storms. Okay. Um, did we just give him a shout out?
Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
We should give Ryan Hall a shout out. The guy's amazing.
He's kept us informed.
Yeah, if you're in
during
this
storms.
if you're in this part of the country, like the Midwest and the South, the Southeast, Midwest, that kind of area, Ryan Hall is he's a meteorologist. He works out of his house, and the guy's just amazing. Like if there's a weather event happening that lasts for 12 hours, 15 hours, he stays live on air the whole time and calls it, you know,
he
inch
has
for
people
inch.
out in the field.
He has
that
people out in the
texts
field.
in,
Yeah, the guy's
and
amazing. Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yeah. Well, Hall, and then y'all.
Y'all, right.
Right. Yeah, he's awesome. E-Fog says he's cool. Chris, hi Uncle Tony and Aunt Kathy from Massachusetts. The puppy is so cute.
Thank you.
Earthquake.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we usually don't get earthquakes here.
We do occasionally. We got the New Madrid fault that is relatively close to here. The last time that thing cut loose was like in, oh God, I don't know, like 1870 or 1890. It was a long time ago. But it actually turned the Mississippi River the other way.
Nada says Frankie is my favorite internet meteorologist. Maybe not so accurate though. I don't know who Frankie is.
I don't know who Frankie is. Ryan Hall's pretty accurate.
Yeah, well, he follows it as it's coming through.
Yeah.
And he's like, take cover. Take cover.
Yeah, and he'll call it right down to the streets. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're on 4th Street, you better get in your basement. If you're on 5th Street, you're probably okay. Like he's really that precise with his calls.
Larry says, I have puppy envy. I'll trade you guys a 10-year-old cat for the pup.
No trading for the pup. And Maggie's being extra pretty. What are you doing,
Just
baby?
subscribe to Ryan Hall. Thanks. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, tell him
He's
we sent
really
you. Tell him
good.
UTG sent you. He's got a big fans over here.
Yeah. We watch him all the time. Just so we know, can we leave the house?
Well, not all the time. We watch
Well,
him
when there's a big storm.
when there's
he's
a storm,
always on.
yeah.
Well, no, not every day.
Right.
When there's storms. When there's weather. Don't turn the Mississippi River, please. I live close to it in Louisiana, Mike Edmonds.
Yeah, no lie, man. Look up the New Madrid earthquake, and it changed the course of the Mississippi, and for a while it had it actually running backwards.
Mean Machine Mania says, hey Tony, I got my first face full of nitro fumes this weekend. You have said it's a load-dependent fuel. How wide does that work?
What do you mean? How wide does it work?
How wide does it work? How/wide does it work?
Oh,
Load dependent. Show us the sky. You want to see the sky? Okay, hang on.
so nitro is a slow-burning fuel, but even a slow-burning fuel is a fast-burning fuel, relatively speaking. So what happens is if there isn't enough of a load, it'll only partially burn what's in the combustion chamber. So you want to slow the piston down. You want to give it something to push against. So the flame front actually pushes into the liquid and burns the liquid. That's what makes it load sensitive. And the more it releases its own oxygen as it burns. So the more it burns, the more it wants to burn. And that's why it likes that resistance. It likes the slow push against the piston and the long push against the piston, and that's where it makes the power. That's why it's so loud. Because when you open the exhaust valve on a nitro motor, you're actually interrupting an active combustion process. When you open the exhaust valve, like on a gasoline engine or even an alcohol engine, the bang has already happened, and what you're hearing is the echo of the bang, right? When you open the exhaust valve on a nitro motor, you're actually hearing it's actually banging in the pipes, and that's why they're as loud as they are.
Okay, let's see. Off-Roadian says, can you make a video, a video of sizing bearings, setting cam bearings? I'm on that portion of my small block Mopar. I need your help.
I have done it, bro. I mean,
What video is it?
Oh God, I don't remember. I don't remember. But several times over the last 1,000 videos, over the last 5 years, I've gone into bearings, checking bearing sizes, installing bearings, clearances. I did one. It was pretty specific, if I remember correctly, and it had to do with a cam that I got for a 426 Hemi. This was 2 years ago, and two of the journals were oversized. So I think I went into pretty. I think in that video, oh shit. Just search my channel, 426 Hemi and camshaft, and you'll probably find that video in there. And I think in that one I went into pretty specific detail about cam bearings and clearances.
Randy Bauer says quiet doggies for a change.
Yes, well, I think they're all barked out. I think that they've. Oh, Maggie's just out.
Yeah, just don't talk. Don't give her attention.
How do I not give her attention?
Right.
She's being
Well,
extra
I
beautiful.
understand because then she'll get all excited and start barking. John Gronwaltz, I hope I said that right. Sent you super chat. He says, "What
Thank
do you
you.
know about the Chrysler ball stud Hemi?"
I wrote the first article on the Chrysler Ballstud Hemi with Dick Landy back in 1988, I think that it was. What do you want to know about it?
You also did a video on it.
I did a
You had
video on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a full feature in 1988 for Mopar Action magazine. That's a story I did with Dick Landy, and we laid the whole motor out and looked at every single bit of it. If you watch the Hot Rod Hoarders video on the Ballstud Hemi, which he did like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he holds up a magazine with Dick Landy in the picture. That was my story. So I wrote that one. And then we did a video on the Ballstud Hemi, and that guy who modified it and stuck it in a Barracuda. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So, but I mean, what do you want to know about it?
See, please, I love the scam car videos. He wants you to make more scam car videos.
When they come up, I don't go looking for them. Because I don't want to be that guy, right? I don't want to be that guy that's just always looking for the negative, right? But when they do come up, I'm on them. And right now, I don't have anything. It could change tomorrow morning. Kiwi can call me up and say, you got to see what I got in the shop now. So, as they come up, we do them.
See, where's that comment? It said I keep getting buried. Where'd that comment go? Oh, here it is. Stephen Havens. I keep getting buried. Laugh out loud. What is sledgehammer's compression? Head gasket size?
I calculated it out to like 10 3/4 to 1, and it's got, oh God, which head gaskets are on there? Are they Felpros? I tell you what, I don't even remember. Go back and look at budget 3-3 build. Just search my channel. Go search Sledgehammer budget 3-3, and everything that's in that engine and everything I did to that engine is in that video. Right now, I barely remember that it has pistons. I mean, it's like, you just get to that point. What cam is it? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You still have Plan Z?
No, Plan Z is, the body of Plan Z is with Shane now.
Oh, he picked it up today?
Yes, Shane picked it up today. And I've got the motor and the torque converter. Although I am going to go back to stick. I think the whole thing with automatic and the Sled 6 is just a bad idea. I hesitate to put a trans brake in. I hesitate to go with a looser converter or a more sophisticated converter. Plan Z, the engine, is one of the engines that's going to go into the Belvedere here, and it's going to go in there with a stick, probably a 4-speed, possibly a 5-speed. I don't know yet, but the future of Plan Z is definitely going to be a manual transmission.
Okay, so off-road against the Saints, Tony. I went so far in your videos, I found armrest posts. You came a long way, man. Remember the video about armrests?
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so let me
funny.
let me explain. Let me explain that, okay?
Should you try and explain yourself?
I should, because there's a lot of people who are new to the channel. You've popped around over the last year or two.
We should probably take those videos down.
Well, let me explain. And we did. I've taken down probably 100 videos from the early days, right? So, in order to get the channel numbers up and get YouTube to share it, okay? we did a lot of short videos, okay? One a day, and they were all like between like 1 and 3 minutes. Sometimes they go to like 5 minutes long, and we just hit them every day, every day, every day, and that's how YouTube. That's how you get YouTube to be friendly with you and say, okay, we'll share these videos out there. So when you're doing videos like that and it becomes repetitive, you're like, oh, I'm completely out of ideas. What do I do? So we did some really off the wall videos like that armrest one, and you had to be there. You had to be there. But as crazy as it sounds, it worked, and that's why we're able to sit here now and do this.
Move the. They're saying don't breathe that in. It's bad
Why?
for you.
It's with all this stuff I breathe in.
Actually, yeah, but it's going into my nostrils. Can you
Oh
put it on
my
that
God, we
table
can't
over there?
have that here. Yeah, but
Don't
are you
smoke.
getting bitten by mosquitoes?
No.
Yesterday,
You don't
right?
get bit.
Last night at about this time, right? It was just about dusk. I had so she took the red Jeep to the store the other day, and she pulls out
It's funny.
she pulls out. I'm sitting here watching the dogs, and she pulls out like 2 minutes later. She comes back in the door and she's holding a harmonic damper, and she says, "Do we need this?" And I'm like, "What happened?" She says, "I turned the corner and it just fell off." I said, "Oh, she's okay, right?"
Well, it made a lot of noise first. It didn't just fall off.
It made a noise, whatever it was.
Not a noise, like a lot of noise for a long period of time.
You only went to the corner.
I know. The whole block from the corner until the end of the next block, it was making noise. And then when I turned, it fell off.
So last night, it was about this time, and I wanted to get the Jeep back together again. So I changed the harmonic damper out here in the driveway, and I was getting. I mean, literally, like there was like a swarm of mosquitoes. It was like the sky turned like black with mosquitoes. I kept hearing them. I kept hitting myself on the side of the head. And yeah, I'm paying for it now. They got all up under my shirt and stuff like that.
I wonder why they're so bad here.
I don't know. They're brutal though. They're little tiny mosquitoes.
Ones.
Like they're not like in New York. We used to have these big mosquitoes, and here are these little tiny black ones. But man, they pack a punch.
Yeah. A granddaughter worked out in the backyard, Allison. She had bites on her face.
Yeah.
One on her forehead, one between her eyes.
Yeah,
She said it for 2 seconds.
my Allison, she's got red hair and she's got like white skin, right? She's
Like really light,
she's
light
so beautiful.
Skin. She can't go in the sun.
Yeah, but she comes out. The mosquitoes just like that. That's like it.
They just attack her. They swarm her.
It's like she's what they live for.
Right.
You know.
Malaria's making a comeback in the U.S. I hope not.
That's probably what we got, right? Malaria.
Do you think we had malaria?
We got
No.
something. I mean, I've been dragging ass for like weeks now. It's been bad. It's been really bad.
Oh my goodness. And the midges go for the eyes. Is that what happens?
Do
Go
it.
for your eyes. Stacked by the Jeep mosquitoes. What happened to the old fellow that used to sit in on the Sunday night live shows?
It's Buff Del Campo, and he lives up in Clarksville now, so it's not convenient. And that gas station we used to go to was a great place. It had just opened, and there was no traffic through that area yet. And now it's like it's a madhouse. It's like there's constant traffic in and out of there, and it's just not a good place to do it anymore.
Siri says, wait, they're called midgies?
Midgies.
I don't know.
I don't know. We
Mosquitoes?
call them midgies from now on.
Midgies? Sure.
Little midgies.
Midgies go right for the bra straps, okay? That's true.
She's 4. There's no bra straps.
Oh, I know, but, you know, adults. I remember I had all those bites on my back.
Oh yeah. I got a bite. I got bit by something. We built this chicken coop 2 months ago now, right? We built this chicken coop in Crystal's backyard. I got bit by something in the middle of my back right here, and it still itches. Like it won't stop. It won't go away.
Because you keep itching it with, like, sticks and stuff.
As I'm waiting for her to set this thing up,
That's
I got
stick
this thing,
for the
and
puppy.
she got this for the puppy, right? This is, and I'm scratching my. Oh God, now it feels good.
We're not professionals.
I'm not a professional. I don't. Don't ever mistake me for a
Scabies, no,
professional.
Christopher. Do you think the aliens are coming to get us? Laugh out loud.
I think they've already been here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are them, but that's
Do
besides
we
the
have
point.
ticks?
What's that?
We don't really have too many ticks.
Not here in the backyard.
When we
but
went to the river, I got ticks.
Yeah, there's plenty of ticks in Tennessee.
Oh, I got those seed ticks once here in the backyard.
Remember that? We were
I
at a track.
That. Yeah, right. Seed ticks. Yep. Yeah. Music City Raceway.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was bad.
It was horrible.
I know.
That was like biblical. The seed ticks.
It was biblical.
It was horrible. I was crying. I guess I walked into a nest of seed ticks.
Yeah.
So you guys can figure the rest out, how that went. Is it hot there? I hear heat bug. It is hot today.
It's about 90 degrees right now.
Sounds like you need
very
to
humid.
crop
Very
dust
humid.
the backyard. Probably.
What was that?
That's the crop dust the backyard. But we're gonna get a farm for the sheep, right? He's like, I get to get sheep now?
I've been watching all of these Border Collie videos for the last, since we decided to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm watching these Border Collie videos. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't even have to remotely be into dogs. I mean, obviously, dogs. But
No,
you don't
our
have to
dogs don't have fleas, no.
You don't have to be like a dog enthusiast to get a kick out of this stuff. Just Google Border Collies and sheep, herding sheep. It's the most amazing things. So now I'm like, screw this whole cart thing. Let's get rid of everything and just go buy a farm
No.
and some sheep, and we'll just have Winnie herd the sheep.
Do your dogs have ticks? No.
No.
Can you do the stick thing again? They're laughing.
No. It's unprofessional.
It's unprofessional. There's an hour difference. Yeah, we're Central Time. How much crap did Peg give you for being a Mopar guy? Jared
None.
Bunch.
None.
He didn't. He was very nice.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. So you can watch Kathy herd the sheep like the Quiet Man. I don't know. I've never seen that.
Kathy's gonna herd the sheep?
Am I?
You can't run that fast.
You don't do it like that. You do it with a whistle. You don't run to herd sheep. I'm not herding the sheep. The dog is. You didn't even know what it is.
I don't know what's going
Sheep
on.
herding. What's wrong with you?
I've seen sheep herding on the TV.
No, those are contests, right? You're watching the contest?
No, I was watching the actual sheep. That one dog that jumps down off the quad and runs off into the distance, and 30 seconds later comes running back with this giant herd of sheep.
Yeah, I showed you that video.
Yeah.
And there was here, wait, I'm going to show you this one. You don't like this one. Because I like this one. Where is it? Hang on. Oh, here. Okay, watch this one. See the one with the Border Collie?
Right. Don't show me, show them.
Well, no, then I'm stealing somebody's content.
That's okay. You can steal it on a live.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know about that.
Oh, let them come after us. Copyright stuff.
Oh, it's loud. Oh, no, there's music on here.
Yeah, take the music off.
I don't know how they get away with having music on it. Okay, so, can you see it? They're herding sheep. Uh-huh. Oh, wait, yeah, not those. Those aren't sheep. Are they? Yeah, they are sheep. Those are babies. See? Kathy needs to watch The Quiet Man. Okay. With John Wayne and Maureen
Oh,
O'Hara.
that's so beautiful.
Looks just like your dog. The puppy is so cool. Border Collies are very energetic. Yeah, we're counting on it. I want to train. I want to do agility and obedience trials and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why we
And
named
maybe
her
sheep.
Winnie. Because
Yeah,
she's going to
so-
go out there and win them all. Who's that one dog?
What? Pink?
Pink?
Yeah, Pink. Is
Oh,
good.
God. Pink is
Steal
amazing.
From, yeah. I don't want to steal from them. Oh, I'm going to mention who they are now because I stole
Yeah.
from them and I just showed their video. So I might as well give them a shout out. Hang on. Who are they? They are McCrae Sheepdogs. That's MACRAE Sheepdogs, and they're on Instagram too and Twitter. McCray Sheepdogs. They have really good videos.
We need to do a dog channel.
I'm going to. Let's get through this one first. I'm going to. As soon as she gets like a little bit, I'm taking video now.
Right.
As soon as she gets like a little bit bigger and things are a little more under control, yeah. No, we're gonna do dog channel.
I want to do a time lapse.
Yeah, we're gonna.
There was this guy that.
No car talk tonight. We will.
There was this guy that did it with his daughter. Her name was Lottie. She's foreign. A blonde hair girl, beautiful girl, and he shot her like a picture every week for her whole life, and you watch
lots
her
of
grow.
people do it. One guy did it, him and his dog.
It did it
And
him
you
his
can
dog.
see he got it when he was a puppy, so it was him and his puppy.
Okay.
And then you just saw the progression. Now that he's got gray hair and his dog has gray hair.
Oh, all right.
Kind of cool. Oh, Uncle Tony's kennel. Let's see. Thursday is tech chat night. Right, Tavo. That's right. We can talk about whatever we want on Sunday.
Yeah, Thursdays is tech. Well, I mean, we could do some tech now, but
I've read a few car questions so far. Let's see. I'm looking for car questions. Hello, Tony. Great video on the Scrambler. I missed my 68 AMX 390. 2 hacks. What's going on, 2 hacks?
You had one of those? I've never owned a fast AMC car. I don't think I've ever actually owned any AMC cars. What AMC cars have we had? I had a Hornet. I had a blue Hornet for like 2 days. It had that air conditioning that said the AC, the air. This is like a 72 Hornet, 73 maybe. I don't even know, but it had the AC setting. It had like it was like warm, cool, cold, and then desert only.
You okay?
Yes.
Desert only. Car question. Why do we love cars?
I've pondered that many times, and every time I do it, I come up with a different answer. We all love cars for different reasons. That's why it's a hard question to answer, right? Because to some people, a car is an extension of their ego, and for other people, it's an extension of their personality, and for other people, it's a challenge. It's a mechanical challenge. So
Aaron says I hate cars.
And I hate myself. I hate cars.
That's good, Aaron.
So, but yeah, it's an impossible question to answer because everybody has their own reason for loving cars.
Let's see. Put some goggles on Winnie and have her go for test drives, passenger seat.
You're going to see a lot of that dog on this channel.
Yeah, don't worry. Because cars are a means to personal freedom.
See, that's part of it too. And honestly, so for me, it's neither an extension of my ego or my personality, but it definitely represents freedom, and it definitely represents a challenge, mechanical challenge. So it's like I said, and a lot of people who watch what I do on this channel and don't understand it, they don't understand it because they view cars from a different perspective. To them, the car is an extension of their ego or an extension of their personality. And for me, yes, it represents freedom and it represents challenge. So,
Sierra says style, power, and control.
yeah, control is a big part of it too. And I prefer cars that are very difficult to control.
John M. says, I hate cars, but I love carbs.
For example, there are people who go out of their way to make their car controllable. Okay, so they'll modify it in ways that it's extremely predictable, it's extremely stable, and they can go very fast around like very tight turns and okay, and I like cars that are the exact opposite of that, right? I don't want the car to be stable or controllable. I want the car to be out of control because I want to enjoy the challenge of taming the car. So the crazier the car, the more out of control it is, the more I enjoy it. Because to me, it's the taming of the car that's cool. And that's why I've always I never got into things like handling or modifying suspensions and stuff like that for that type of deal. because as soon as the car is predictable, in fact, I tell you what. Now that I think about it, it's funny because I never really thought about it. But now that I'm doing this and I'm thinking about it, I like we were running around the parking lot. You know, I've got that the development that I'm in, right? So it's got a lot of like areas you up and down and around turns and through the buildings and stuff like that. And for a couple of days, I was blasting it around there, and it was just too predictable. Like I couldn't make it go fast enough to be out of control, and it was just like, yeah, this doesn't do anything for me, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's why I no interest in the Miata.
I didn't like how it felt.
How so?
I don't know. I just didn't like the ride.
Really?
Yeah. That time I went with that guy gave me a ride on the autocross.
Right.
I hated it then. I just didn't like it.
I remember you got out of there and you're like, I don't like that.
I don't like it. No, I don't like the feeling. I don't like it at all. It's a different feeling than drag racing.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling than going fast in, a B body or.
See now, I took one of our road runners, the white one, the 73. I took that autocrossing one time, and I was more drifting than autocrossing, and I was enjoying myself, and they were like, "Don't come back, don't come back."
They didn't like how you did it, or when you broke their lights.
I broke some stuff.
Yeah,
but
you broke some stuff.
But I had fun.
What happened to your Jeep? What happened to the Jeep?
Which Jeep?
I guess the red one.
The harmonic damper fell off yesterday, the day before yesterday, so I fixed it last night.
Let's see. I didn't know what.
It didn't fall off. It came apart, and the inertia ring fell off.
Tony was knocking over too many cones. You knocked over a couple cones.
And it wasn't so much the cones, but the workers, because they got people standing out there. And why they would have anybody standing out there? You got cars going fast, going around these turns. I don't know, but some of them were like running away. You know what I mean?
It's not funny. Stop laughing.
So
I don't know. It's really bad of me. I'm sorry.
So I got to. This is like this. It's a 4-speed B-body, man. So it's like, right. So I got.
Laugh at that. That's not nice.
So I did the whole course, okay, which is really hard to do, man, because especially if you're ADD, because you got to follow like these cones that are all from different directions, and these mean this and this means that, and I was like, yeah, right. But I managed to do it. I got through the whole course, and I got to the end of it, right, and I turned around and I looked at it, and it was all covered with smoke. I had burned the tires through the entire course.
Cheap sales in trouble. Nobody buying them. Way back up on the car lots.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you want? $70,000 for a friggin' Grand Cherokee. Who's gonna buy that?
I read something I meant to show you before. I'll show you later. It was that guy, that tweet, the car guy.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm doing a video on EVs. There's a lot of stuff that's happening with EVs, and tomorrow I want to touch base on some of that.
Nada says this has been Uncle Tony's Automotive Violence Corner.
I love automotive violence.
Yeah.
I love automotive violence.
You need an Austin Mini. Tony, do you think we need to start building small trucks? Shoehorn Jackson.
I wish they would bring back the mini trucks. The kid Connor, down the street from me over here, has a 76 Chevy Love.
I have to put the lights on. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Can you just keep talking for a minute?
Well, don't go too far.
Just a minute. I won't go too far. Can you just keep talking for a minute?
Not really.
You can't?
No.
You talk so much.
I was talking about Connor's Chevy Love and how I like it a lot.
Uncle Tony going EV now?
Am I going EV?
Yeah.
No. I would under the right circumstances, but those circumstances don't exist. All right, Kat, come on. Ask me something that's... All right.
Let's see.
Wait, give me your glasses so I can read.
No, it's okay. You're fine. I was going to put the lights on. It's okay.
Okay. she's going to put the lights on. See, I need her to read to me because I'm not. See, I already ran out.
Okay, let's see. Automakers focusing on only making the high trim levels to maximize profits now. It's backfiring on them.
Yeah. Oh, because they're squeezing everything to a 7-year loan. Hey, we're going to do some videos about this stuff.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I miss Uncle Kathy already. I'm back. I'm back. Thank you for missing me, though. That's very nice.
They love you.
Oh, yes. I can tell. Some. Let's see. EV is good for radio control cars. Tony's today. Hello, Tony. Love your channel from Keith Darwin, NT Australia.
Thank you.
Let's see. Chris Greenaway. UTG. How do you properly set weather stripping gap? My window seems to get sucked underneath the weather stripping channel into the interior of the car.
Yeah, that's a window adjustment. I couldn't tell you. They're all different. I don't know of any set way to adjust the window. It's trial and error. It's by feel.
Uncle Tony and Steve Magnanti should have a Saturday morning radio show.
I keep saying that I gotta get a hold of Steve. I will within the next 24 hours. I am going to contact Steve, set up another live, and we are talking about doing something like that. So just.
That's a Kiwi question? I don't know.
Yeah, the door gaps would definitely be
Yeah.
more of a Kiwi question.
Tony, can you make a video on 70 to 74 Challengers? I have a 70 Challenger A66 Western Sport Special.
Yeah.
And would like to know more about the car. Thanks.
I can definitely do something on Challengers.
A Western Sport Special?
Yes. Well, that was it. There was a dealer option. It was
Right.
a dealer package.
Would Uncle Tony buy a 1955 Indian Scout for $2,500?
No. Last year I went on a motorcycle buying spree, and so here's what happened. Right. When I was younger, I had a bike, a few bikes, and then got into cars. And then I got out of cars and got into bikes. So when I was into cars, I had many cars all over the place. And then I got out of cars and I had many bikes all over the place. And now this time around, I've got many cars. And then I says, well, if I'm going to have many cars, I should have many bikes too, right? So I started buying up bikes last year, like crazy. And then I realized that no, they're not going to get used, and I don't ride enough. I'm just so
Well, they keep hitting people here, like every other day.
Well, that doesn't bother me.
It bothers me.
Well, we've had 3 people in this city die in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
On motorcycles.
Yeah, every week somebody got killed.
Every week
on
somebody gets killed on a motorcycle here. But I realize that I'm just not. It's just not in my. I don't have the time. I don't have the time or the inclination really. So I got rid of pretty much everything. I kept my O2 Sportster because to me that's the default. I love that bike. It's beautiful. It rides great. It does everything I could ever ask a motorcycle to do. We have a Honda Super Cub.
Somebody's asking, what's the best motorcycle for a beginner? I'm considering a Super Cub.
Yes. It's barely a motorcycle. It's more of a scooter than a motorcycle. Okay, but it is a motorcycle, and it'll do 55. I've actually hit 60 with it. Downhill in a tuck, I've actually hit 60 miles an hour with this thing. Mm-hmm. And it's perfect for around town. If you've got a lot of 40-mile-an-hour roads like that, even 50-mile-an-hour roads, you're okay, right? If you're in a really hilly area, forget it. Don't even bother. But if you've got it relatively level ground, and all of the traffic in your city moves between 30 and 50 miles an hour, you're good to go. It's a great, fun bike. They get 100 miles in a gallon. It's just, you don't even know you're riding anything. It's so light, it's so unobtrusive. that like if you want to go for a ride and just enjoy the scenery, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to like just like look at the trees and like you know, like hear the birds and that kind of shit, right? You know, like you just want to commune with nature. The Super Cup is the perfect device to do that with. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. But I keep my Harley and my Super Cub here at the house. And I got that Yamaha that I gave my kid, and I got that over at the shop, and I've still been using it. In fact, this morning I took it for a quick spin through the twisties. But I realized that I don't have the capacity to have 40 bikes anymore, and so I got rid of everything, and I'm keeping those.
We also don't have the room for them here.
I don't have the
We
room
have
for.
more room for
I
them
just
in New York.
they'll just sit, and as they sit,
Right.
they need stuff. You know what I mean?
I agree. Am I low? Is my voice low? Somebody said I needed.
You sound like Molina Dietrich.
Or tour. Oh, do I sound like Marlena?
Yes.
I have a low voice sometimes, and when I'm sick, it's even lower. And I'm still sick from
Where's
last
Maggie?
week.
She's like too quiet. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's laying down by you.
Yeah, okay.
She loves her
Good.
mommy.
Yes, leave her there quietly. Yeah, I'm losing my voice again.
Yeah.
You've been sick since.
We've got the crud.
It's
We've
2
got the
weeks.
crud. It's about 10 days now.
Tony, do you use ethanol-free gas in your motorcycles?
No.
How bad is the upkeep on a Super Cub?
There is none. There is none. Even the chain is sealed, right? It's not sealed. You know, it's like it's not hermetically sealed, but it runs in a complete guard, so it never even gets dirty. Now there's like no upkeep on it.
More like Wilma Flintstone, I sound. I sound like Wilma?
You don't sound like Betty.
No, I can't.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I can't picture Wilma. Falling in love again. You sing Falling in Love again? What's up, Charlie? Where are you tonight?
Hey, Charlie.
You in Nashville?
He was in Bellevue last night.
Was he in Bellevue? Winnie reminds me of my girls when they were puppies. Yeah, she's really cute.
It's cuteness overload.
Really cute. The only stressful part is like making the other dogs, get comfortable with her. It's the only part.
They'll all meld together into
Yeah,
a pack over the
eventually.
next few weeks.
Eventually. I think Uncle Kathy almost sounds like the local weather lady on the radio. Yeah? I could. If I pay attention to my diction, I could sound like the weather lady, right?
Yeah.
Tony, what's happening with the Jag colored duster?
Oh, just nothing. It's just sitting there.
Jag colored duster, that's fine. Let's see. ICC Dan 1. I just finished putting a 125cc 4-speed manual clutch in my Coleman CT200 mini bike.
What did you put in there?
We put in a 125cc 4-speed manual clutch
Oh, wow.
in his mini bike, in his Coleman mini bike.
So I've got a 100 with a 200 swapped into it, which is a beast. I made a pipe for it. It's got an aftermarket carb, but I don't know what carb it is. But it's a fun bike. It's like all just boom torque. Dr. Art rode it and crashed it twice in 20 feet.
Dr. Art.
He flipped over backwards twice. And then I have the 200 on the 200 frame, which is, it's a pussycat. It's a fun little bike.
If given the chance, will you do a live stream with my friend Pete?
Yes.
Oh, Tony.
I don't think Kathy's going to want to be part of that.
Probably not. I can't take that kind of negativity. Some people like it. I'm sure Pete likes it.
I've had a lot of friends
He's
like him.
happy with it.
I've had a lot of
I
friends like
can't
him,
handle
and
it.
I've gotten along with them great.
I can't.
Because there's a part of me that's
there's a
like
part
that.
of everyone that's like that, but like I bury that part of myself.
No, I'm
usually.
okay with it. I embrace it.
Pete is intense, a little bit. I'm not saying nothing bad about him. He's just a little bit too much for me
I've known a
personality-wise.
lot of guys like him over the years.
I wish him well though.
Yeah, I would definitely
wish
do.
him
I would
well.
do a live with him. I would do a live with him. You see the dark side of Uncle Tony.
Oh no, nobody wants to see that. You've kind of let it out a couple times. Couple times. Um, is there a change in plans to go to the Mopar Nationals?
No, we're going. We've got the babysitter here. There's a dog sitter here for the weekend, and the plan is we're going to the fair with our granddaughters Friday night. We're going to leave from there, run up to Columbus, and spend the Saturday at the Mopar Nationals.
Okay. We're taking the Jeep, right?
I don't know what we're taking yet.
The black Jeep?
I'm not sure what we're taking yet.
You don't know. Okay. The red Jeep?
I don't know what we're taking yet.
We're taking something with air conditioning. I'm going to tell you that right
Oh,
now.
jeez. All right, yeah.
Someone got a vacuum booster? I don't know, Richard. Never mind. UTG 95.5 FM with Kathy in the weather forecast. Coffee talk.
95.5. That was WPLJ.
PLJ.
Yeah.
Tony and Pete live. Drink every time. Dumb. No, I can't say that. Dumb M-E is used. M-E-F. You know what I'm saying, Tony. You know what I'm saying. It's a bad word. Take the box truck right away.
No,
I will never go anywhere on the box
even
truck again.
it was too much even for me.
You almost killed us.
I almost, yeah.
And the
That was
dogs.
bad. That was bad. That was bad. It was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It was an extreme mistake. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like just like a casual, like, we probably shouldn't have done this. It was like, oh my God,
We're gonna die.
We're gonna die. There's just no way we're gonna make it the next. It was bad.
Yeah. That was really horrible.
Well, so for people who don't know, so we
did something really stupid.
This was 2 years ago, okay? So
It's almost 3 now, I think.
it'll be three
this
it'll be
winter.
3 in February.
February.
So they had this the forecast was that we were going to get like ice storms. It was supposed to be like 0 degrees, and we were getting ice storms coming in. And I'm like, you know what? Just no. I just no. So at the very last minute, I says, let's go to Florida for a couple of days. And she was like, okay, how do you want to do that? I says, we'll take the box truck. So we throw the dogs in the box truck, and now the box truck has got marginal heat, right? It's just like, it's a regular B van, it's got a little B van heater, and it's got this big box behind it, right? So in normal circumstances, it's okay. We leave here, and it's about 20 degrees, and the temperature is dropping. Okay? Rapidly. And we've got the four
Hurry
dogs.
up, let's go.
Yeah, we got the 4 dogs, and we got some blankets and stuff like that. And I'm like, we'll be south of this in no time at all. Don't stress it. So we get in the truck, and we drive down to Ocala.
Yeah.
We drive down to Ocala, right? And we were hanging out with Rev and Evan, and make a long story short, we stayed there for like 2 days. And it was like, okay, well, the storms are like supposed to be over, so let's go home, right? So we jump in a van and we start driving home, and we're in Florida, and obviously in Florida it's like 75 degrees and it's beautiful and sunny. And the closer we get to Tennessee, the temperature's dropping. So now it's in the 50s. It's okay. It's in the 40s. Oh, it's a little chilly. It's in the 30s. Okay, this is cold. It gets into the 20s now, right? And we're about 70 miles from home. We're like we're in Chattanooga, okay?
It was 17 degrees.
And it's 17 degrees. So I bought a roll of duct tape, right?
We had to stop and get tape.
I duct tape every opening in the front of the truck, right?
No, it didn't help.
I taped this all in, right? It didn't help.
I
So,
hung blankets from the back. Remember?
oh,
I
please.
had like packing blankets.
So we clear Monteagle Mountain, right?
Oh my God.
Which is about 40 miles south of us.
It's a horrible.
And now it's like
place.
it's in the single digits. It's like 0 degrees, okay? And Kathy is in the back with the 4 dogs, and they're all huddled under a blanket, under a bunch of blankets.
With no warmth.
With no warmth. You had the dogs. The dogs are the only source of warmth.
I couldn't feel my feet, and I was worried about the dogs because like they were like starting to like die.
Yeah, everything was starting to die,
It was really bad.
and
It was not funny.
I'm in the front, and I'm as bundled up as I can get, and I'm wearing socks
Yeah, I
on my
put
hands.
socks on your hands because
I
you
had like
had
two
no
pairs of
gloves.
socks on my hands, and I drove the last 40 miles like this.
It's not funny. I don't know how we didn't die.
Our,
And I kept thinking, what's that noise? If we get stranded here, we're dead.
no,
Because there was no
no
help.
exaggeration. It was so cold. It was so freaking cold. It was so cold in that truck. We said to each other, if anything happens, if we get a flat tire,
Yeah.
we're all dead.
Yep.
I was like, you
It's
know
not
what?
funny.
Yeah,
It was real. Like
right.
that was
I'm
the
done.
closest we ever came.
I'm done with this, and I haven't even considered taking that thing like
No,
anywhere.
there was no way to make it warm, and there was no exit to get off of
It
to
was
warm
brutal.
up because Monteagle is just these hills, these steep hills, steep icy hills with no guardrails.
It was brutal.
Stop at Calhoun, Georgia, or Eagle's Nest. Oh, we should have stopped ahead of time. But I remember being in Georgia, and I'm like, should we stop? And you're like, no, I think we can make it. We'll make it. Because I said, there's cold weather coming in again.
Well, that's happened. They changed the forecast on
Changed the
us.
forecast
Right,
as
because-
we were going.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be back up until like the 20s and 30s as we
Right.
came home, but
Which
no.
would have been doable. We wouldn't have like worried about dying
Yeah,
at that temperature.
right. But at the very last minute, we're almost home, or we're an hour or two from home, and they changed the forecast, and the temperature plummeted again.
Tony's Two-Base says, "Welcome to Canada."
Oh yeah, I'm not cut out for it.
That was
I'm
horrible.
really not.
I mean, the dogs really, they were suffering. I had the blanket over our heads, and I was laying on top of them to try and keep them warm. Really bad. Why doesn't the box truck have heat?
It has
heat in
heat.
the front. If you had the back blocked off, the front would have been fine.
Right,
If
right,
there was wood there or something, it would have been okay.
right.
But but there was lots of air that was coming in the front too. So like, there's so many cracks and crevices in the truck. No matter what you did, wind was coming through,
Right.
and there was no way to maintain heat inside the truck.
If you're not familiar with
So
the
we taped
aerodynamics,
everything up with duct tape, and I took a blanket and I hung it over the back of the truck,
Yeah.
over the roll down door, to try and keep some of the wind out, but it was still coming in.
yeah, if you're not familiar with aerodynamics,
We covered the grill. We did that. We taped up the grill. We did everything.
please.
Everything.
Whole roll of duct tape everywhere,
We were
right?
trying not to die.
Didn't do us any good. If you're not familiar with aerodynamics, the way it works is that you have air, you're driving through the air, okay? And then as the air comes over the top of the vehicle, it wants to come back in like this. That's like why, like NASCAR cars, they gotta secure the back window in so it doesn't get sucked out, or like pro mod cars have that flat, or fast door summer cars have that flat spoiler, because the air is coming from underneath and going like this and pulling down on it and coming in from the top. So any air that comes over the top wants to come back in the back. It's like a low pressure area back there. So the wind at 70 miles an hour, 60, 70 miles an hour, the wind is blowing like crazy against an uninsulated roll down door. That is just brutal, just absolutely brutal.
Yeah. Don't do that. Never again.
Never again. Never again. I learned my lesson with that one. And it takes a lot for me to learn a lesson.
Yeah, you almost killed us all. Let's see. I have fixed cars until I can't feel my fingertips, Tony's Two-Base says.
Yeah, I did that too for years. I was a mechanic in New York. I know all about that.
But like, how many hours were we in that cold? That was the problem, the length of time, and there was nowhere to stop and warm up.
Yeah, core
Because once
temperature.
you're like on the mountain,
Well, it was
there's
during the
no
lockdowns
exits.
too.
Right, yeah.
It was like we could just stop any old place. It was during, the whole COVID bullshit.
Anyone know about gas heaters? I don't know. Need to put an auxiliary heater in the back, dude. That wouldn't even help. There's just too much air that comes in.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be a
Insulated.
really severe a really severe heater. Needless to say, it's an old Chrysler Cube van. It's not intended for that. You know what I mean? They didn't design it for those provisions.
Me Machine Mania says, I really want to build a rail dragster. Where would I start? And are there any bodies of knowledge on the stuff I can check out?
Well, and where you would start is what do you intend to do with it? Because the problem, the thing with doing dragsters, the, the thing with any tube chassis car, right? And I don't mean like a tube chassis door slammer, but like a funny car, a dragster, altered, that type of thing, is that engine placement in terms of distance from the rear end, in terms of height, and in terms of pitch, are all dependent on the power level that you're. So, there's nothing to read. It's like there's no books out there. There's no. Actually, didn't we do a video on that?
On what?
Didn't we do a video on that early on
I don't remember.
about the weighting of tube cars? We used a funny car. We used the guy David Roberts' funny car.
I don't know if you did the weighting of it. No.
What specifically, what kind of rail dragster do you want to build?
Let's see. Tony, you are the damn shroud, Zero says.
I am the shroud, bro.
Shroud. May the shroud not be with you, Mopoman says. I watched an electric Hummer run 1141 last weekend. The future is uncertain.
They're fast. They're fast. There's no question about it. They're fast.
James Sharp says if you're automatically against four doors, you're very likely passing over some decent project material for a lot less price of admission.
I have no problem with four doors. I love four doors. I always tell people, whenever that comes up, I tell people life is too short. I don't have the time to waste going around a car counting doors.
That ship is sinking because of an electric car fire in their cargo hold?
Video coming tomorrow. We're going to tomorrow doing a video on all of this
Tomorrow.
stuff. Yeah. No, seriously.
Loud Pipe Save Lives 69 sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
How come when I post an item on Marketplace, 900 people ask if it's still available and then ghost me? People seemed a lot less flaky in the Craigslist days.
Yeah.
Crazy,
It's
isn't
a
it?
symptom of the modern era. It is. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I think the last few times I tried to sell stuff on there, I was going crazy.
I got to give a shout out to so Shane came this morning and picked up the body from Plan Z. He brought his kid Chance with him. Okay, so Chance, I guess he's 10, 11 years old or thereabouts. So Chance, this kid was so stoked, like he just loves cars so much, and he was looking at Sledgehammer. So he says, do you want to start it? And he says, can we? And he says, yeah. So I got in the car and I started it up, and he's just about jumping out of his skin, like just like, you know. So he says, you want to rev it up? He says, yeah. I says, get in the car. So he climbs up in the car and it's running, and he hit the gas. I told him hit the gas and then pull your foot away real quick. And he hit the gas and he went like that. He was like all excited. And he says, no, hit a little bit harder and then pull your foot away right away. And he hit the gas and went whoof like that. And he was like, he was all like, right? And then I said, no, man. And he hit the pedal and then pull your foot away. So he slams his foot into the pedal, bang! And he pulls his foot away. And the kid just all jumped out of his skin. He was ecstatic. He was ecstatic. It was honestly, it was like because I was that kid, you know what I mean? And when I was that age, I had no access to anything like that. So like, you know, so shout out to Chance. That is why we do this stuff, man. Anything I can ever do for you, kid, you got it.
That's awesome. What's up, Barrows?
Barrows, what's happening?
This thing about EVs blowing up, catching fire. Chimney.
Video tomorrow. Video
Video
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Doing a video on EVs tomorrow.
Okay. Oh no, that was me tapping my finger.
And then I got to get back to work on my crap.
Yeah.
I've been playing hooky, honestly. The last like week or two, I've been playing hooky from
Well,
the
we
cars
were
and everything.
sick. Like we were really sick.
I've been sick, and then the
Many
dog,
levels.
stuff ready for the dog, and then
Yeah.
the grandkids were over and everything, and then, like for the last, I'm gonna say like 2 weeks or so, I've been playing hooky from everything. I just don't want to work on anything. I don't want to be, so but yeah, after tomorrow, we're back on the cars and stuff.
Somebody was asking about the charger.
Yeah.
How is that coming along?
Slowly.
The charger's coming along
Very slowly. Ron was there yesterday, and the priming and the block sanding is finished, and he pulled all the tape off the car. So now I am in the process of retaping everything, so that we can paint it, and we should have the paint on it. I'm gonna say, what is it, 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We're
for
gonna
me,
take one of the Jeeps to the cruise. The cruise in Michigan.
no, we're taking
No?
the Charger.
We're taking
If
the
it's in
Charger?
primer, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, so the agenda 2025 for me is to get the paint on that frickin' Charger.
Agenda 2025.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. When are you gonna start working on the mule car?
Important you say that, because now that I have room in the shop, so I was gonna wait until the Charger was out to bring the mule over, but now
Right.
they're playing Z is out of there, or the body from playing Z is out of there. Now this week, I keep saying that.
Can we get it over
Yes,
there?
we can. We can get it over
That
there.
would be really good.
We can't get over there. I have to move this thing, and I got to move the 73 Roadrunner, and the front wheels on this thing are locked. So I gotta get in there and unlock them somehow, and then
That could be a video. I bet you other people's cars have locked wheels.
possibly. Well, the car's only sat back here for what, 15 years?
Look at Uncle Tony. He's got cars with locked wheels. He doesn't know what he's doing.
That car has sat here for the last 15 years.
Yeah, I know.
It's alright. We'll get to it. Look, we're busy people.
You know what's ironic?
What?
That's the first one that we picked up.
It is the first one.
That's the first Mopar that we picked up.
Yep.
And we've been through how many? What?
That was supposed to be for me, right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't want them anymore.
No, it was
When we
done.
were in New York, I wanted a Roadrunner. And he's like, I don't want that rusty piece of shit in the driveway. Remember that?
Yeah, I got away.
I'm like,
when I got
"Come
away
on."
from cars, I got away from
I was
cars.
like, I want a Roadrunner. He's like, you're not putting that rusty piece of garbage in the driveway.
Yeah, when I got away from cars, I got away hard, man.
It's okay. It's alright. Mexican Spec says mine have only been sitting for 12 years. Okay. Urco 60. Car sat 15 years, so the cam and lifters are good. No Chinesium.
Oh no, there's no motor trans in it.
Yeah. Artura Fiddler says a mule, quote, a mule is very sturdy and useful animal. A former Secretary of State, when asked if her compromise foreign treaty was like a mule, a horse designed by committee. There you go.
Well, I call it a mule because that car we're going to do all sorts of experiments with. All of these things that we talk about in terms of like theory, and it goes on forever, but different intake manifold types and so on and so forth. The whole purpose of that car is going to be to have an easy platform to swap everything in and out of and measure everything to quantifiable effects. And it has to be drivable, because the other cars that we have that would be kind of suitable to this, which would be Bottle Rocket and Slaghammer, they're not drivable. They're really, you can't use them on the road, right? But that thing is going to be completely drivable. So we'll be able to drive it to the track. We'll be able to drive it to like Mexico. We can, so it's going to be specifically set up to test things, to prove out theories or disprove theories or whatever it happens to be.
Okay, when do you think we'll get that over there?
Don't
He's
ask me.
shaking his
Don't
head.
ask me. I'm not going to say.
not gonna say.
I'm not going to say.
All right, it's okay. About to fire up a 5.0 that sat for 20 plus years. It's clean inside, should be fine.
Yeah, it's a roller motor, so I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Just give this cylinder walls a good healthy spritz. Take the plugs out. Give everything a good healthy spritz of like a light oil, like a WD-40 or a PB Blaster, anything like that. It doesn't matter. Before you crank it over, and then just send it, man. You'll be fine.
Where is this Mexico place? They have it in Canada too?
Yes, they have Canada. Mexico is in Canada. Mexico's a state of mind.
I'm not sure why anyone would live in Canada. It's very cold.
It's very cold.
We almost
I don't know
died
how
in
they
the
don't
cold.
die. I don't know how you don't die up there.
Yeah, for real. You better run glitter through that mule motor.
We could try that. We could try
We're
that.
going to try a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Just keep blowing things up. Is that what you're going to do?
Not so much blowing things up, but okay. So like, you want to quantify the difference in, let's say, types of fuel, right, or jetting, right? Let's just say, So you need something that you can run consistently on like the same day, like without the hassle of having to put it on a trailer and drag it off to the friggin' track, which is a pain in the ass. So, like for some people, it's easy. They own a drag strip. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, Cletus can just go ahead, right, and walk across the street or drive across the street and have a drag strip all day and all night long. For us, it's not that easy. So the idea behind the mule is to have something that we can take anywhere, anytime, and do quantifiable testing with it.
Zen Khan says he's in the Catskills.
You could die in the Catskills too.
It's pretty in the Catskills.
It's very pretty. Very, very nice, pretty place to die.
He says my main ride is a 1977 Ford F-250 4x4, but the hearse is a nice modern addition to my fleet. Ha! He has a hearse too. Funny. Cletus, you forgot Goober. Who's Goober?
Goober.
This is Charlotte Quillen.
Who is Goober?
I don't know. I don't know. It seems like everybody's talking about. Okay, you know when they make a comment and then they keep carrying over the comment into multiple comments, and then I'm not really sure what they're talking about anymore. Okay. It's like when you text someone, but you text them like a sentence at a time. That's what is going on here. It's making it hard for me to understand what's happening. Benjamin C., you're in Canada. At this point, the cold is the only thing about Canada I like. Everything else sucks. Cold is life. I have ice in my veins.
I don't.
Oh, Benjamin, you crazy.
I'm Italian. I'm not built for it. There's no,
you
frozen tundra
like
in Canada. Or in Italy, I should say.
In New
Darla
York,
has been whimpering non-stop for the last hour.
Crazy. Zen says, thanks for the shout out, by the way. I love the case for the riding muscle car, especially as we salt our roads to hell here, sadly. Yeah. Yep. Salt on roads sucks. Dogs and their antics. Yes, Danny Ward.
Well, she's anxiety. She's anxiety ridden.
I'm sure the puppy has to go potty.
I know. We should probably end this kind of soon.
Yeah.
And take care of the pups.
Yeah, I don't.
I see her. I could actually see her.
Can you see her?
Yeah, I see her through the door.
Awake?
Like you've even got the things down, and I can see the puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's awake.
Yeah.
She's probably got to go out. She can only hold it for like an hour and a half. That's how long we've been on. We've been on for 84 minutes.
Wow, that's it.
An hour and 25 minutes.
Go a little bit longer. Although, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me get... All right, so that means Maggie's got to go inside, but Maggie's sleeping.
Yeah.
All right, just leave everybody alone for a few minutes.
Wait, Shani, what is it? Shani says, I got a border collie also. I just got a border collie also.
Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Congrats. Riley D. Squid. UTG Tony, I really got a motorcycle. DL. I'm looking to get a bike. What would be a good beginner bike, cruiser or naked? What about sport? Also, what sizes? I'm a bigger guy, 6'1", 225 for reference. Don't put him on anything lame. He's a big guy.
Yeah, the Rebel, the new Rebel, the 500. That seems to be the bike of choice for beginners, and it's like, um, if you let's assume you're going to buy new. Um, the Yamaha, the MT-07 is another nice one. Again, assuming that you're going to buy new, and like those bikes will give you like you could do anything with those bikes. They're as versatile. If you've never ridden before, you want something that's middle of the road to standard, right? And then as you ride, as you'll start to say, well, I really like doing this, or I really like this, I don't like that. You can further refine your tastes in, you know what I'm saying? So since you're a blank slate at this point, I would say just buy really anything in the 500cc range that's in the standard class. And I think that, and you ride that for a year or two, and then you see where you want to go from there. Good luck with it. Ride like everybody is trying to kill you. You know,
They are.
I don't mean to sound like a downer. Okay, I really don't. Because I ride myself. You know what I mean? And I've crashed many bikes. So, and I'm not trying to be a downer or anything, but ride like everybody's trying to kill you. Ride with your head on a swivel, and make sure you make eye contact with anybody who you think. So you're a new rider, and the thing that will get you, right? The thing that gets most people is people in cages, people in cars making left turns, right? Look up motorcycle accident statistics. People driving, making left turns is the number one cause of motorcycle accident, injury causing motorcycle accidents. So when you're in that situation, let's say you're driving down the road, okay, and you're coming up on intersections and you see cars sitting there waiting to pull out, make sure you see the driver's eyes. If you can't make eye contact with the driver, then ride with your fingers covering the brake, ride with your foot covering the brake pedal, and be ready to hit the brakes. And good chance of staying intact.
Let's see. Oops, hang on.
There's a guy I used to watch a lot of his videos. It's pretty good. His name was Dan the Fireman, and his whole thing was motorcycle accidents and prevention of motorcycle accidents. And he used to do like a video every day or every other day. So he's got a vast library of stuff. So I would check him out too. Dan the Fireman.
Thor Bodell says, hi, first time I'm here. Wondering if you had any tips / pointers on building an engine for short oval track racing.
I do not. I have no experience at all with oval track racing or any type of endurance racing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I ride? No. The Super Cub.
Yeah, you ride to the corner and back once every 6 months.
Corner and back. Yep. People drive really, really bad, and I'm really aware of that.
Yeah.
So that's like one of my problems. The traffic here is actually really crazy.
We've had 3 people on bikes. This is just in this city. We've had 3 people killed in 3 weeks in Murfreesboro.
Yep. I got a bicycle just so I could learn, and
Right.
practice. And I have to get off my bicycle and walk at certain places because people drive so fast down the road around the block that I will never make it across the street unless I walk that bike. They will kill me. They don't care. They're crazy. So that's really one of the reasons I haven't ridden. Bill McKiska. I enjoyed your video about the pistol grip shifters, but in regards to the shifter mount on an A-body transmission, is it in the same location for a big block transmission in an A-body? He sent you super chat.
There is no such thing as a big block or a small block 4-speed transmission. The bell houses is different between a big block and a small block. You've got 3 833s, okay? You have the B body, okay, which has got the long tail shaft and it's got just one mount and it's directly, it's at the front of the tail shaft directly behind the main body. It's the one that we use the shortest shift rods. And then you've got the 1970 on up B body, and that's the B and E body. So it's the same tail shaft length, and it has the same mount in the front, but now it has a second mount all the way at the back, and that's the E body application, or the E body distance. The A body transmission has a shorter tail shaft by 3.5 inches, I think it is. Don't quote me, something like that. It's like between 3 and 4 inches shorter, and the shifter mount is up higher and further back than the B body one. So now I don't remember what the question was.
Okay, he said, I enjoyed your video about the pistol grip shifters, but
Right.
in regards to the shifter mount on the A body transmission, is it in the same location for the big block transmission on an A body?
So yes, all A body transmissions, which would have the short tail shaft, have the shifter pad in the same place.
Okay. You've seen these in Tennessee and people were driving crazy everywhere.
It's bad.
I get cut off all the time. We
It's
get
bad.
cut off. You get cut off. I get cut off. It's a constant.
It's bad.
It's like, how do you just do that? How do you just run around cutting people off? But it's not like one person does it.
I know.
It's a majority of people do it all the time. Like that's regular driving. I'm a very defensive driver. Let's see. Go to Harbor Freight. Okay, they're talking to each other. Talking about Harbor Freight. I got my puppy from Wally Farms in Oklahoma, Shandy says.
Wally Farms.
Wally Farms.
Does it sound like that?
Mm.
The little one is yapping too now.
All right, so Arthur says, I wish people would stop breeding dogs and cats intentionally.
She wish her what?
He wishes people would stop breeding dogs and cats intentionally.
You know, honestly, I'm of that same mindset. Winnie is the first bred dog we've ever. All of our other dogs have always been rescues. We made an exception for Winnie because there's a specific thing we want to do with her, and it's the only reason we bought from a breeder instead of adopting her as a rescue, because we want her on agility.
And plus, Maggie wouldn't accept a dog that's not a puppy.
Right. I have no choice but to bring it. I can't bring another dog in. It has to be a puppy. It has to smell like a puppy and be a puppy, or Maggie will never allow it in. And the goal is to train for agility, and a border collie is the dog to do training for agility. So that's why we did it. But I am with you. I agree with you. Right? I agree with you.
I think that there's reasons to breed dogs.
There are reasons to breed dogs. There are reasons to breed dogs.
Border collies have,
My problem
abilities
is
that other dogs do not have.
okay. So
And those abilities are bred into them over years and years.
So, okay.
And they have a job to do.
There's
Maggie.
Arthur. There's two types of breeders. Okay. There's the puppy farm breeder.
That's a puppy mill. That's completely
Puppy mill,
different. There
right?
shouldn't be puppy mills.
Yeah, exactly. And there are people who breed like custom dogs, like the Labradoodles and stuff like that, right? And I agree with you. I think that's absolutely wrong. It's I'm a dog lover, okay?
No, those are trendy dogs.
Yeah, people who breed for trends and stuff like that, it's completely different than when you breed a dog for a specific purpose. And again, see, that's why we adopted. That's why we got Winnie, because there's a specific job we want her to do.
Puppy mills are horrible. See, Bear Rose Garage says, Border Collies are great dogs. We used them on the ranch for years. Very smart and good cattle dogs as well as companions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see it already. Like, she is so alert and she's so, like, poised.
And she's bred to be that way.
Yeah, for 6 weeks old, this dog is just absolutely amazing. She's the first
has a lot
day
of
she was here. She's
confidence for a
potty
puppy.
trained.
Yeah.
She's already potty trained. The the alertness, her poise. I've never seen another dog like it. I've never seen another dog like it.
So Ari is saying, I think it's cool that people breed dogs. I'd rather hand my money to someone working for it than a county facility. Plus, it maintains good genetics. If they're a good breeder, it maintains good genetics.
Yeah.
Not every breeder is a good breeder.
No, it's like, look what they've done to German Shepherds. Because originally, Kathy wanted a German Shepherd to train.
My family bred German Shepherds.
Her family was.
I come from a kennel of show
Right.
dogs. So
Kathy
I know
grew up with show
breeding.
dogs and all that stuff. So what the breeders have done with the German Shepherds is they destroyed the breed.
Right. Now there's two different kinds of German Shepherds. There's show dogs, which are crippled,
Yeah.
basically. And then there's...
They're unhealthy.
working dogs.
They're physically
which are
unhealthy. They're
a little
mentally
more
unhealthy.
aggressive now than the German Shepherds that I grew up with. So, and they're spooky. They all have personality disorders. So I don't know. I think it's just bad breeding. People want to win prizes, so they go with what's in style.
Right.
It's just an ugly situation. It's disgusting, really. But let's see. Winnie from a really good breeder.
Yes. His name is Dan Vickers, and he's in Morrison, Tennessee.
Tennessee Border Collie.
Tennessee Border Collies. And yeah, he's a character. He's definitely a character. But
He's 81.
yeah, if you're even remotely thinking about a Border Collie, I'm the guy, he lives Border Collies. It's just Border Collies are his life.
He's been doing it for like 50 years, right?
Yeah, and the people that we've run into now that know him, like know of him, like that deal with him, like like the feed place, they all speak really highly of him. So if you're in the market, if you're thinking about a Border Collie, Dan Vickers,
Tennessee Border Collies.
yeah, Tennessee Border Collies. That's the guy you want to contact.
Mine Shepherds, yeah.
Mine Shepherd.
No, we had a
beautiful one.
what? Shepherds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blondie.
we had a beautiful shepherd for a little while. I found her in the parking lot of Sam's Club.
Yeah. And she became the Rutherford County cadaver dog.
Yep. Yeah, we gave her away.
Yeah.
But my shepherds, I had Shih Tzu trained shepherds. But we used to go and walk with the suits on.
Mhm.
And they would attack.
Right.
But they were like really good-natured dogs, very protective, but just good-natured with kids and the family and everything. Now you can't find a working dog like that that's really good-natured that you could allow with your children, And I think that they're doing the same thing to Malinois now. They're kind of really making them aggressive, and I don't know. German Shepherds have that hip dysplasia, yeah.
Yeah.
They have hip and elbow problems.
People who breed Border Collies are very protective of the breed. They won't, like, there's this whole thing. I know you guys aren't really into this sort of
No,
thing.
they don't
right?
care. They're like cars.
I know you don't care, right? But just so that you know, the Border Collie community, okay, is separate from like the whole AKC show dog community. They won't attend their events. They won't deal with them. They won't recognize a class, or anything like that. People who breed Border Collies are very dedicated to maintaining those traits in the dogs and breeding good, healthy, working, dogs. And the more I learn about them, like the more impressed I am about the whole scene.
Zero says, want the new scam? Heard this on the radio. Saving dogs from China that were going to be eaten. You know damn well this is going to get bad. Puppy mill.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. People in China, first off, people have been breeding dogs in China. Like, there's all like pugs and stuff like that for thousands of years, right? Border Collies are huge in China. Chinese people love dogs. Now, that's not to say that there isn't some village in, like, remote corner of China. China's a huge country with billions of people. That's not to say that there's some remote village where they don't eat dogs. What are you going to do? But to just blanket, make a blanket statement.
Well,
that
that's how
Chinese,
they make money. You know, people make money like that, saying, "Well, donate to this cause,"
Right,
because
right.
you know there's people eating dogs there. They were doing it in Korea too.
Right. And it doesn't matter where you go in the world, except for Muslim countries, because now they have a religious thing, right? So the Muslims can't, they can't, have contact with the dogs, but they have dogs there, and the dogs roam the streets, and they throw food to the dogs and stuff like that. They're not mean or cruel to them. They just can't have them as pets. But it doesn't matter where you go in the world. Dogs have always been mankind's companion, and this goes back to for as long as there's been civilization. And China's no different. The Chinese people love their dogs, and not just well done.
Joe in Michigan says, "OMG, I love your new pup."
Thank you.
Making folks Zero saying making folks believe they are saving a dog more better than you did is the BS. It's all crap. Yeah. Right. Yeah. People like to make foundations. It's a thing.
They'll exploit anything.
It's a
They'll
thing.
exploit anything.
Tony, ever see a UFO or a ghost? Scarlet Fire is asking.
Yes, both.
What ghost have you seen?
We lived on a freaking haunted house.
Yeah, but you didn't see a ghost.
Oh, no. Visually, no. Or maybe did we?
What?
Or did we?
I never saw a ghost.
Well, the one girl who was a psychic saw the ghost figure.
That's
man
what she said,
being,
yeah.
Right. And it showed up in that picture.
No, there was a dog in the mirror.
Right, the dog in the mirror. My mother's dog, Casey, in the mirror.
No, I think it was a chow.
No, I recognized the dog.
Okay.
No, I have not visually seen a ghost.
Have you seen a UFO?
Yes.
You've seen a UFO?
Yes, several over the course
I've
of my
seen
life.
a UFO.
Right. But the ghost thing, we
Not
lived
with
in
you.
a house, literally, we were haunted for a while. There were things happening, the classic haunting of stuff, but no visual apparition.
No. You saw a UFO with Louie?
I saw several.
You saw several?
All over the course of my life.
Okay.
The one with Louis was like the most profound. That was like,
Mm-hmm.
there was no mistaking what that was.
The one I saw when I went jogging was the most profound.
Yeah.
When I was in front of the house, almost on the way home.
Triangle.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, triangle. Huge. Huge. Like, I don't know how people are like, whoa, do you see that triangle in the sky? It's huge. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. You know my ex? No. Uncle Flying Object, yeah. Is it possible to train a border collie to sniff out Bondo and bad wills?
That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
What, Bondo? You can get her to sniff out Bondo.
Okay, listen to me, right? Thank you.
I can teach you to sniff Bondo.
Because that is something I'm going to get on immediately, if not sooner.
You gotta wait until she's a little bigger.
I never had that idea. No, but I'm going to call somebody. Tomorrow I'm going to find somebody who trains dogs to sniff things out and find out how to go about that. Making
Yeah,
sure
they
that
have it at the obedience club.
Do they?
Yeah, they have scent trials.
Thank you. I could live for the next 10,000 years, okay? And I never would have had that idea. And thank you. Yes. I'm so on that. I am so on that.
Okay. What else could she sniff out? Besides Bondo.
It's brand new idea. Let me just work this through.
Who gave that idea? What's their name? Hang on. I have to try and look again. I'm trying to go back.
We
so
can
I
teach you to snuff out rust,
name them.
Bondo, expanding foam.
Rust? Well, that's everywhere. Rust is everywhere. Expanding foam?
Yeah, people use a lot of expanding foam on those cars to fill in the holes in the frame rails and stuff.
Okay,
And they
it
sculpt
was Brigand. That's who gave you that idea.
Bro, I am so on that. This dog is going to get trained to sniff out bad body work.
Bad body work. Thank you, Brigand. That was good. He says welcome.
I swear to God, I could have lived another 100,000 freaking years, right? And that idea never would have come to my head.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
So So she'll sniff it, and then what? She'll sit to let you know if there's Bondo there. I
Or,
mean, most cars have Bondo in them.
or touch the area.
Or maybe she'll know how to do that. She might know how to do that.
I'm going to look into this.
Okay. Alright. The smeller of filler. I don't know, but like if it's just a tiny bit of Bondo, that's kind of normal, right? So how would you differentiate between thick Bondo and thin Bondo?
Well, it's just going to give you a place to look. And
But
then
you
can
know
just,
where it's going to be.
it's okay.
But that's going to be your shtick now. The dog sniffs Bondo. My poor dog.
I'm going to call Kiwi first thing in the morning.
My poor dog.
And I'm going to
It's
call
called getting the dog to key. Yeah.
I'm
key
gonna.
on that.
I'm going to the place
Right.
tomorrow where they train the dogs, and I'm gonna propose that to them and figure out how to do this.
Oh my goodness. Pee on the tire.
That's just amazing. Thank you. Really, thank you for that idea.
Yes. Come here, Magnet. UTG, get a sniff spot putty. Let's see. Well, drug sniffing dogs play with drugs. They're just looking for their shit somehow. That's funny to me. 0 cents. My father-in-law had a yellow lab named Miss Kitty and a chocolate lab named Festus. Cute curmudgeon.
Oh yeah, from Gunsmoke.
Mm-hmm. My border collies aren't good sniffers. They have great ears, though. Yeah, they're better listeners than sniffers.
We can teach her to train her to hear rust happening.
Hear rust.
Shh, my dog listening for the rust.
Right.
She can hear oxidation.
Aw.
That's not so far-fetched. Let me tell you, they have dogs. They train dogs like hospital dogs that they can smell when you're having a freaking stroke. I mean,
Some dogs.
okay.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me there's any reason a dog can't hear rust.
Dragster says your dog is for herding animals, not a smaller/tracker like a bloodhound.
Yeah, try to train a bloodhound to do anything like in a stationary place.
Yeah, I think she's gonna sniff Bondo. That's not.
I'm gonna
what
look
border
into
collies
this.
do.
I'm gonna look into this.
Okay. I mean, she can smell things. Obviously,
She's
She'll be able
smart
to
enough.
do
She's
that.
trainable. See, that's the thing. She's trainable.
Who's looking over the fence? I don't know. I don't see anybody.
Ghost.
Is somebody looking over the fence?
It might be a neighbor.
I don't know. Ankle biter is border collie. Then get a monkey to help you turn wrenches.
We should wrap
Yeah,
this up.
we need to get in there.
We need to take care of the puppies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
So, you ready?
Boy, am I ready. So guys, thank you all. Everybody contributed with Super Chat. Thank you so much. It keeps the wheels turning. Ari Fubar Zero, guys, thank you again as always. Thank you. The guy who gave me that idea, whatever your name is, thank you. It is brilliant. I love that. Thursday night, as always, with Kiwi. Tomorrow, I'm going to get a hold of Steve Meggs. I'm going to line up a deal with him as soon as possible. And I think that's it, right?
I think you're going to move that car this week, you said.
Yes, all sorts of things.
All sorts of things.
All sorts of things are going to happen. So that's it. Let's pull the plug.
All right. Let's see. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We got puppies to take care of.